So my journey into Azeroth first started when a friend gave us a guest pass. So, yeah, we played for a little bit and instantly hooked on the game. Instantly hooked. So, we picked it up. Me and my brother both picked up World of Warcraft and we got ready to play. Now, we already knew some other friends who were playing the game, so we joined their server. Our other friend joined as well, who gave us the guest pass. He joined as well, and we all joined on the Burning Legion server, which is a PvP EU server. And we played for a bit. You know, I had my first experiences on there. We all rolled Horde initially because that's what our friends were playing. And so we played that for a while. And yeah, we were all leveling up together. We had some cool experiences. Like, I had a bunch of experiences with some people who were also brand new to the game, and we just kind of leveled up together. Like, it was just organically creating these parties that would carry on through the whole leveling process. Like, I leveled with these people for like 30 or 40 levels. Unfortunately, I was leveling up as a warrior. And I thought it would be a good idea to level up as Protection Warrior. As you can imagine, that did not go too well, especially being on a PvP server. I eventually got to Stranglethorn Vale, and I could not complete any quests as my warrior. I needed a group with me, and not everybody was around all the time. So I just got ganked over and over, and even corpse camped a few times. I was going to quit World of Warcraft at this point. I was not having fun. I couldn't play the game. I was stuck. Then that kind of a miracle happened. A bunch of servers died. And Burning Legion was one of them. A bunch of servers just absolutely destroyed, like, went down. So, I made a new character on another server. I can't remember what server that was. Honestly, I don't remember what the server was. But, oh, Storm Rage. The server was Storm Rage. And so I made an Alliance character on there. So I played for Storm Rage a little bit. I chose Storm Rage was a PvE server. I was playing Alliance. I was having a bunch of fun going through completely different areas. And then Burning Legion came back up, I think. But I think a bunch of the people I was playing with also had just vacated. I think at that point, Blizzard had also introduced like server migrations. So a bunch of people could leave Burning Legion if they wanted to. I think the options were to go to Magfaradon, which is also a PvP server, I believe. And then I think I was playing on Storm Rage for a while, and I think Storm Rage went down. So then I made a character on another server, which was Quel'Thalas. And I made a mage. I made Kalinstar. Now, I don't know what year this would have been. 2006, I guess. Because I started in 2005. And I played for a while. So I'm thinking I completely re-rolled as Alliance in 2006. It's a bit hazy, my memory about this. And so I leveled up Galen Star. And I was having a bunch of fun. This was the first time I was playing as a mage and doing some DPS. Doing all the quests in Alwyn Forest, which I grew to be one of my favorite zones. And I just like... I feel like I leveled up most of my characters in Alwyn Forest. I just dragged all the characters there because I thought Alwyn Forest was the best leveling experience for Alliance. Which is quite a trek when I started to level up. Not yet, obviously you had to go all the way through Darkshore. No, you had to take the boat. I can't remember what the boat was. I think you had to go to Darkshore and then take the boat. Whatever. Anyway. Yep, so I played as a mage and I leveled up all the time. I spent all my time leveling up, I mean. And, you know, having to group up with people in cities and trek over to a dungeon. You had to make sure you had all the quests you could get first. So it was efficient. And I had a lot more fun on the PvE server. Just taking a sip of drink. Because my mouth gets very dry from talking constantly. So I got up to level, I don't know, it must have been 30. Because I think Tanaris is level 30. So I got up to level 30. And I was trying to do Zul'Farrak. Now I think I was questing in Tanaris. And then people asked in the zone for an extra DPS. And I was like, yeah, this is my chance. So I joined with them. We went through Zul'Farrak. We had a great experience. We kind of bonded through our experience there. We just kind of, I wouldn't say rolled through it, but yeah, we really worked together. And I was doing my little sheepy crowd controls. And yeah, we had a ton of fun with these people. And I wasn't in a guild. And so they asked me if I wanted to join their guild. An organic way of joining a guild rather than these days where people would just run up to you and say, sign my charter. Well, maybe not all these days, but for a while they ran over and asked people to sign their charter, or I'll give you some money, some gold to sign a charter. And crap like that. And there's no application forms, which I think a lot of raiding guilds do. Yeah, so I just joined this guild. A pretty brand new guild. And I was the only mage in the guild for a long ass time. And we did dungeons together. And was exploring the zones. Now I ran a lot. You know, I met this level 60 priest that told me all about some of the raids. And Onyxia and Moron Core became like these myths to me. Something to aspire to. Something I thought, you know, it'd be forever before I'd get to see that content. Getting to take on a massive dragon with 40 other people. It sounded incredible. I could not wait. And then finally, after venturing through the Blackrock Spire, through Scholomance. Going through the upper Blackrock Spire and defeating General Drakasath, allowing me to acquire the Drakefire Amulet. We went into Onyxia's lair, and 40 of us fought against her. And we came out victorious on our first attempt. We were just like so pumped up. We were like, what? How did we do this? This is crazy. We went into Molten Core. We downed like the first, I think it was like 6. Maybe not 6. Maybe like the 4. Yeah, maybe the first 4 bosses. One after another. Knocked them down like dominoes. First time in there. We were just like, yes. We're into Zul'Gurub. We defeated boss after boss in Zul'Gurub. Zul'Gurub was trickier. We didn't just like blast through it like we did in Molten Core. But we got through it. Like, we got stuck really badly on Jindo the Hexer. But we all worked as a team. We had such great camaraderie, I would say. We had, like, I remember those times. They were probably one of my, like, some of my best raiding experiences ever in Vanilla WoW. In MMOs. I think the only thing that rivals that were possibly raiding for the first time in Knights of the Old Republic. Or, no, it was just called the Old Republic. Knights was the MMO. Anyway, yeah. The raiding in the Old Republic, the first few raids in there, those were amazing too. They reminded me of Vanilla WoW. But yeah, we had such great times. And we had to get our Aqua Quintessences so we could douse the flames in Molten Core, so we could fight Ragnarok. And we had a paladin there who people made fun of because he was wearing cloth gear that would increase his healing. Yeah, they were special moments for me. They really were. Then we went into Blackwing Lair, and we struggled with Blackwing Lair. We really did, but we got through it eventually. Like, Razor Gore was a real hard challenge for us, but we got through it. I mean, we had, like, our server was a bit newer than some of the other servers, so we could learn online about the tactics, so it was a bit easier for us going into the raids. Like, we had the tactics down, so we just had to work as a team to get through things. Except for, like, when eventually we got to AQ. We did go through the farming, and we did open the gates of Anchorage. We went in there, we did our best, we killed all the bosses up to twins. We went against Cthulhu. We unfortunately never managed to kill him. Going up to that second phase, we just could not do it. And we were pressed for time. The Burning Crusade was coming out. We wanted to experience that fresh. We didn't want to be stuck in the old raids. And Nex was going to disappear when the Burning Crusade was coming out. And we hadn't touched it. We had to get attuned for Nex. We went into Nex. We killed a few of the bosses in there, but we never cleared it. But we spent so much time farming AQ, trying to kill Cthulhu, that it really burnt me out. It really did. I was really burnt out. And going into the Burning Crusade, I was still burnt out. And I was not really feeling it. Like, I enjoyed the raids and that. We did Karazhan. Like, Karazhan was fun. And McFerrin's lair. And Gruul's lair. Like, those were fun raids to do. Oh, and Tempest Keep. Like, those are fun raids to do, but I was still kind of tired. I was still kind of burnt out. I wasn't having the same experience as I was before. And our main raid leader left at that point. And I'm not sure I liked the new raid leader, to be honest. Like, no. Like, I have nothing against the guy. I think he wanted to do things his way. I struggle with change sometimes. And so doing things somebody else's way and me not being in the best, like, frame of mind, like, not being particularly enthusiastic, didn't really help. So that maybe I gave him a little bit of pushback, which I shouldn't have. And so in the end, we went our separate ways, and I just quit Burning Crusade before finishing it. So we cleared Gruul's lair, McFerrin, not McFerrin obviously because there's just one boss there, and Karazhan. But Tempest Keep, I never cleared it. Back at 70. And then Wrath of the Lich King came out. And I jumped on board of that. Wrath, yeah. And they went for more of a story element, which I loved. I loved going through that story, having Arthas a part of it, part of your quests, seeing what happened next to him. Though I never played the Frozen Throne. Like, I only played the base Warcraft 3. So some of that was kind of lost on me. Until much later on when I played the Frozen Throne. But I like Wrath of the Lich King is probably my favourite World of Warcraft expansion. And then it'd be Legion. So yeah, playing through Wrath. Joined another guild. Had some friends there. I made some friends there. Did some raiding. Did Oduar. Did I do any other raids? What other raids were in? What other raids were in Wrath? World of Warcraft, that would have been the PvP one, so I did that. Nex! Yeah, Nex. So although I didn't complete Nex in at level 60, I went in and did Nex at level 70. With my other guild. And that's not Lost in Azeroth. Lost in Azeroth was my initial vanilla guild, which they kind of recame back for Legion, and then kind of like died off again. Obsidian Sectum I never did because I had quit Wrath at that point. I have Eternity. Did we do that? I don't think so. So we did Oduar. So next, Oldua and Ix's Lair. I think were the only ones I did in Wrath. And Vault. But I don't really count that one. And I was... So, I abandoned Kalinstar, my mage. Although I wasn't in Lost in Azeroth back then. After going our separate ways. I just didn't want to play her. Like, the memories were with Lost in Azeroth. So, I made a new character, a paladin, and I went healer for Wrath. So I think I leveled that character up in the Burning Crusade. Yeah, and then stopped to max level. I might have even joined another, like the guild I raided with in Wrath, which were the Knights of Ni. And then so I went with the Knights of Ni, and I was a Holy Paladin, and I helped heal through Oldua, and Nax, and Onyxia. And then kind of got bored again. And so I quit Wrath. And I didn't come back for Cataclysm. And I didn't come back for Mr. Pandaria. I was kind of done. I was playing the Old Republic. I was raiding in the Old Republic. I think I tried out... I was playing EVE Online for a while. I played Age of... Warhammer, Age of Reckoning. I played... Champions Online. Was there any other MMOs I played? Rift. Terra. I think that was it. So I played all these other MMOs, but they never quite grabbed me. EVE Online I loved, but I'm not much of a PvPer. I say this as I've got a Knight Lieutenant title. But you didn't really need to do much to get that, honestly. So yeah, I was not much of a PvPer, so I didn't really like going into Nullsec in EVE. I was kind of more of a Care Bear. So the only times I went into Nullsec, I believe, was when I was doing ice mining in my Hulk for my alliance. So I kind of burnt out. Well, not really burnt out. I got bored of EVE because I guess I wanted more of a story or some kind of thing to do rather than just mining ice or asteroids, which I kind of liked, but it wasn't very involved. And I liked blowing stuff up. I just wasn't very good at it. I'm not good at PvP. So when we got war decked, my corp wasn't really big at PvP as either, so we basically paid other people to help us, and we just stayed docked until the war deck was over, which wasn't a lot of fun. And every now and then I would jump out in a rifter or whatever. And so what I did was it, I think they're called rifters. I think I helped take out an Abaddon in my rifter, which was probably the best thing I ever did in EVE. Yeah, that was probably the best thing I ever did. That was nice. And yeah, I saved up to buy because I was Galente. What is the Obelisk, I think, which is a giant cargo carrier. I wanted that so badly, and eventually I got it, and I was happy, and I was like, oh, well, I got the Hulk, and I got the Obelisk. That's kind of all my goals for EVE. Oh dear. So that was that. And then Wars of Draenor came out, and I was like, okay, they're going back in time. They're going back to Draenor. That sounds kind of interesting. I'll go play that. So I played that for a little bit. And it was kind of nice, you know, going back in time. It's kind of cool. It's kind of nice to see what Draenor was originally like. But I got bored. I don't even think I made it to max level. I was like, it's just more of the same. So I stopped playing it. Then Legion came out. I was like, okay, I'll give it another shot. I played Legion, and I loved Legion. I loved the little story, little bits with Khadgar telling you what to do, and there was a lot more voice acting. There was a lot more story going on, and that was what I wanted. Then I got to max level, and then there was a bunch of time-gated stuff going on with Suramar, so I fell off of that. And then I came back towards the end of Legion to finish off Suramar, to unlock my allied races, and to prepare for Battle for Azeroth. And I did all that stuff, did all that grinding to unlock my Void Elf and the whatever elf for the Horde. Yeah, I don't remember their names. So I unlocked them. Oh, and at this point, I'd switched over to Horde in Legion. I switched over and I became a paladin, healer / tank. Horde. So, played through Legion. Played through Battle of Azeroth. I only raided in looking for raid. I didn't want to join a guild anymore. I didn't want to do hardcore raiding. Didn't have the time. Wanted to do other things. Didn't want to be locked into one game and one game only and treat it like a job. Like, I've always hated gear score ever since I was introduced. That created such elitism in World of Warcraft, and I fucking hated it. Hated the whole mentality. And then Blizzard themselves embraced it. And that kind of thing, you know, Dungeon Finder, gear score, these things created such toxicity in WoW. They really did. And so did like damage meters. So people would kind of like bully people who had low damage in raids. And it was kind of a shitty thing to see. You know, you could fight back against it, but people harassing other people for their damage. Now, you know, no matter what you say, you know, you're not gonna be able to undo the damage those people did to those other players. And BFA kind of rubbed me the wrong way. They kind of set it up that there's going to be a story of faction warfare, Horde versus Alliance. But that never really took place. You had the war fronts, which I quite liked. But you were on these islands. Had nothing to do with anything, really. And you had the odd little skirmish here and there, thanks to phasing, but it never really went anywhere. And the whole, like, Horde vs Alliance narrative just kind of was really weak and a big letdown. And it turned out to be like old gods. Again. So, nah. Then we went into Shadowlands. And the whole narrative of that. So I quit BFA early, by the way. So I went into Shadowlands, like, okay, I'll get to max level, I'll see the story, and that'll be my experience for Shadowlands. Shadowlands set up that Sylvanas was going to be the big bad. And then you went into Shadowlands, turns out Jayla was the big bad. For the intro. And only the intro. And then you go through the entire fucking leveling process. Doing pointless things for other characters. For other factions. Then you get to max level. Then you get a Covenant campaign. Where you're helping out another faction. Doing a thing. Okay. Where's the jailer? Where's Sylvanas? Wasn't I supposed to be helping Jaina and Thror and Anduin and whoever else was captured? It's like, weren't I supposed to help these people? Why am I helping these other people instead? Why am I not doing the main thing of the expansion? Why is the story that you set up not taking place? And it felt like a massive fucking bait and switch. So I finished the Covenant campaign that was released at the time. So I guess kind of spoilers for my World of Warcraft playthrough that's going on right now. But I quit at that point. And then the whole Blizzard fucking sexual harassment came out. Now I'd already quit WoW before all this came out. And so, like, there is no incentive to go back to World of Warcraft. Like, the company is a joke. The company is a fucking lie. Everything they say about inclusion, everything they say about how every voice matters, how, like, they wave their fucking pride badges, everything about that is bullshit. It's an absolute fucking lie. And they've used this as, like, gaslighting to everybody. Their staff, to us, the players. They've used this as gaslighting so that if anybody spoke up about it, they would have a harder time being believed. That's what it feels like. At least from the outside. How can you trust Blizzard after this? They're just as... They're worse than Ubisoft and EA and all those garbage companies. Because at least they didn't pretend to be something better. They didn't pretend to be the gaming company that people should aspire to be. They would just keep their heads down and did their thing. So then they come out being garbage and think, shame on you. Do better. Be a better company. Treat your employees like they matter. Ubisoft. EA. But then when Blizzard comes out and they're just as fucking bad, but they've been shaking their fucking fingers at everybody else, telling other studios, oh, you should be like us. We love our employees. Our employees are like a family to us. We love women, and we like women coming to us. That's the best job that they could have, because we'll treat them better than any other studio. If you're a minority, we'll treat you better. Like, if you're a member of the LGBTQ group, we'll treat you better. Because Blizzard, we love and respect everybody. And then it comes out like this. Fuck you for lying to us. Fuck you for pretending. For gaslighting everybody. And although, like, none of this will tarnish the memories I had. But, in good faith, when a company like you, like a company like this, just fucking is just so bad and so false. How can you, in all good consciousness, support them? Like, they're the worst of the worst. And anything they say now is going to come with a massive pinch of salt. What the fuck are they going to say at BlizzCon? Are they going to wear their little pride badges? Huh? They're going to say how, oh, we love our employees? So yeah, you've said that every single fucking BlizzCon. Who the fuck were you kidding then? Who the fuck are you trying to kid now? I don't know how they fix their reputation. I don't know if it can be fixed. But yeah, my playthrough is going to continue. So there still will be World of Warcraft videos coming out from me. Until I get to that point where I have quit. But yeah, I just wanted to go through my story in World of Warcraft. My memories of Lost in Azeroth will always be cherished. Vanilla WoW will always hold a special place in my heart. Same will Kalinstar, my mage. She is a piece of me. A piece is like makes me who I am. But I don't think I'll be coming back for another World of Warcraft expansion. Unless they massively change, unless their reputation is like not mended. Like they're never going to be who we thought they were. But if they can come out and be just a little bit better. I guess the key will be what the employees say about it. If they start coming out and saying things have improved. And I hope more people speak up about their horror stories of Blizzard. As a warning for anybody else that could go into that situation. Until there are no more stories. Because it has been fixed. And I hope it does one day. Like the people who work there deserve to live, deserve to work in a safe environment. No one should have to go through what they did. No one should have to be worried every time they're going to work of what they say, of what other people may do to them. Harassment should always be stamped out. And Kalinstar, she will endure. And there'll be more adventures from her.
So did
Kalinstar
return the wayward daughter of King Osric to her home, and having no further concern,
She
and
her.
his companions sought adventure in the West. Many wars and feuds did
Kalen Star.
fight. Honor and fear were heaped upon
Her.
name. In time,
She
became a king by
her.
his own hand. This story shall also be told.